Hello and welcome to today's live broadcast. We're a little bit late, but we had a little bit of technical difficulties getting a live broadcast, but we are here now. So today we are going to be talking about intermittent fasting and finding your comfort level with fasting. So if you're new, welcome. I always appreciate it if you take a second to hit that subscribe button on YouTube or that like button on Facebook. That way you'll be notified when we do end up broadcasting live or uploading new content. And then always feel free to leave a comment in the comment section, whether you're joining us live or on the rebroadcast. This is a conversational type of broadcast. So even though it is live or uploaded on my social media, I do really ask that you treat this like you and I were sitting around a dinner table together discussing some things that we are aspiring to become or aspiring to have in our life, and we make this very open-ended and conversational, so I invite you to the conversation. So today we are going to be talking about finding your comfort with fasting. And we know through just trial and error and experiencing life as it happens that anytime we embark on something that's new, we have to get ourselves through that initial state of discomfort in order to reap the benefits of our comfort level. And this is so very true with fasting because it is so different from the way that we have been taught or conditioned to live around nutrition and or food in our life, especially as women. You know, we have been trained to believe that eating every 2 hours is the best way to keep our metabolism boosted, and that we have to follow a food pyramid that details exactly how we're supposed to eat, or that in order to have, a true calorie deficit, we have to starve ourselves with eating like a bird, and we have to deny ourselves all these things. And quite honestly, that was very uncomfortable for us, or most of us as women, and the end result of that was never really the success that we hoped for in terms of longevity or something lasting us a lifetime. And what we're finding here with fasting is that a lot of the discomfort initially that comes with creating this new lifestyle for ourselves isn't changing our mindset around how we nourish our bodies and what it feels like to allow our bodies to be in a healing state of hunger. And we have, so many phrases that we like to use and mantras that we like to use here in our community to really empower getting us through that state of discomfort and embracing a new comfort level by changing the way we associate how we feel and the words that we use to describe them. So hungry is truly where magic can happen for you and your body when you're in a fasted state. But if we only associate hunger as something that's a discomfort, meaning we're starving ourselves to death, or there's going to be negative consequences, or we're going to ruin our metabolism, or our body's going to go into starvation mode, then we can't find comfort as we go through the journey to get through discomfort into realizing how amazing hungry can really be and how powerful that magic can serve us in a healing state. I get a lot of, comments from women about how is it that you drink 150 ounces of water a day? Isn't that uncomfortable for you to have to go to the bathroom all day? Well, no, we're designed to take in fluids and then excrete them. That's part of the way our body functions. That's the way we detoxify ourselves. That way we flush out things that we don't want sitting around in organs in our body. So I find comfort in the opportunity that I have to let my body go through its own system. And so the more water I put in, the more opportunity I have to go use the restroom. And that's just the way my life is supposed to operate. I find all of the benefits that I get from keeping my body hydrated and all of the benefits that really good water can do for my system, from the anti-aging aspect, from the feeling satiated throughout the day, managing my hunger hormones, sleeping better, offsetting a lot of the perimenopause and menopausal symptoms I was having living in a state of dehydration. I will gladly inconvenience myself with having multiple trips to the restroom throughout the day if the end result of that is really a new comfort I have in the way my body is really adjusting hormonally. Also, some of the things that we have to learn are not serving us can be a very uncomfortable realization for a lot of us. And I always, ask women, like, if you're not happy with the way your body's looking, if you're not happy with the way your body is feeling, if you're not happy with some of the sicknesses that you're having to manage on a daily basis, that has to be your new discomfort level. And we have to be not okay with that discomfort, because the end of that is never a comfort zone. But what if we just made some tweaks in our life that were momentarily discomfortable, or uncomfortable, I guess I should say, until we get through the journey of it, until we get to the end result, or we get to the other side of that discomfort and find a new comfort zone in waking up every day feeling good in our own skin, waking up every day being excited to step into our closet with all the opportunities of amazing clothes that we can dress our body with, and step out into our day feeling like we can own it, and not feeling like we are sinking into our subconscious of how awful we're feeling, or can someone notice the muffin roll we have rolling over our jean top, or is someone going to think that I, am XYZ when they see me because I'm not feeling comfortable in my own skin. And so we really have to get to a point where we have to realize the difference between temporary discomfort, knowing that the other side of that can be a comfort zone that we can live in, or discomfort that really has no end result that can change the way we're feeling. And so we have to make a decision about where we want to live our discomfort: in a temporary state with the hope of the other side of that being a comfort zone, or a discomfort where we have no other option but to continue to live in that state of discomfort. And how is that going to eventually break us down, where we live in a state of sickness, or we live in a state of mental, brokenness, or emotional discomfort because we aren't happy with ourselves. So we really have to find that hope at the end of discomfort with intermittent fasting, and know that there has been a road paved before us by so many other women who have been willing to take on that journey before us and prove to us that this is actually something that can work. And that's what I really love to profile here in this community, is that yes, there have been times for me myself when I was in a state of discomfort. But the discomfort that I felt when I was told I was a diabetic as a health and fitness professional was a discomfort I had never felt before, and I can tell you I never want to feel again. So whatever momentary discomforts I feel as I adjust this lifestyle for myself or embark on a new endeavor are welcomed discomforts for me, because I have the confidence now, and because of all the other women who are also on this journey with us, who are sharing their new comfort zones through going through a journey of discomfort, gives us all hope that it is temporary, and the other side of that can be a whole new lifestyle and a whole new way of living, where we can finally live in comfort in so many other aspects of our life. So I'd like you to think about that today. Where are you making exceptions or accommodations in your life where you're saying that the discomfort, or you're justifying the discomfort as being okay? Or maybe you're brushing it to the side as that's just the way you're supposed to be at this stage in your life. And what we really need to do is take a deep look at those things and put a little heart and thought and soul into why it is we're settling for a discomfort that has no comfort zone on the other side. And are you willing to take a chance on something that's a little bit different, or something that might seem scary on the beginning, but the possibilities of what you can reach at the end almost seem unreal for you? And that's a discomfort that I encourage everyone to step into wholeheartedly with both feet and going all in, because the journey through that to the other side of comfort is something that is absolutely life-changing, and one of the most amazing aha moments that all of us are sharing here and realizing for ourselves. I've been at this now for myself, almost 5 years. I've been publicly sharing this for about 3 now, and I can tell you that I I very willingly jump into new levels of discomfort because the open-mindedness that I have and the willingness to experiment with some things has really given me the courage to take on some new things. And what I'm finding is that the more open-minded I am and the more willing I am to go through a new level of discomfort has really brought me so many amazing rewards and so many new levels of comfort that I wouldn't trade them for the world. So be a little open-minded, take a risk, and just inform yourself on what others are doing and the journey that they're taking and what they're finding on the other side of their own discomfort, and see if maybe you can change some things for yourself as well. This is what we really focus on in our course. You know, I talk about it here a lot, and I encourage you to come in with us. It's so much easier to go through a journey of discomfort when you have other people who are going through it with you and sharing their experiences as well. And so I hope this offers you that little push that you need to jump in with us. Trust me, if you're uncomfortable every day as it is with no end in sight, give yourself the gift of having the possibility of changing that for yourself with just a few short weeks of some concentrated effort and working through the discomfort with a group of women who will find comfort at the very end of your journey. So let me see if I have any questions or comments for you guys today. I always love spending time with our community here and having the conversation go both ways. So take a second to leave me a comment. Just say hello if you want. Let me know if you are a member of our community or if you're feeling a little discomfort in a certain area of your life, and if you're wondering if this type of lifestyle that we talk about here in this community might offer you a sense of comfort once you kind of go through the initial stages. I would love to be able to answer those questions for you as well. Diane, it's always good to have you with us, girlfriend from Pennsylvania. She's a 2017 grad. Jane is here as well. Janet, hi Diane, January course member and is our current mindset student. We're going through some discomfort lessons this week as well, so I love that you're in the course with us. Donna, September 2019 grad, thanks for the continued support. You are super welcome, my friend. Michelle, South Padre Island, Texas. Girlfriend, you're just down south from us. Terry, so glad to be back. So glad to have you with us. Christy is here. Margaret, May 19 grad. My issues are not embracing discomfort, but the fear of missing out on a good meal or snack. My hurdle is fear-based from scarcity. So what is it about missing a meal that scares you more than what overfeeding your body could potentially do for you? What is it about feasting that you have that emotional connection to that is drawing you to that point? And is that fear and that scarcity mentality keeping you in a state of sickness and in a state of where you're not showing up for your best self? Because if it's not holding you back, then it's not anything that you need to worry about. But if you feel like the way you're conditioned around food and that scarcity mentality is really holding you back from getting yourself to the next level of goodness and wellness, then we have to dig deep and figure out where that connection and conditioning happened for you, and then start working on that mental and emotional connection for sure. And that's what we're working on a lot in our mindset course for sure. So there is light at the end of the tunnel for that as well. I know I have a couple of girlfriends who have that same sort of mindset because they lived in a childhood where food was actually a true scarcity and starvation, and not having nutrition available to them or just food in general was a real thing. And so now as adults, they have to find ways to overcome that, because they're afraid if they don't eat food when it's present that there might not be food tomorrow. And so we have to work on that and get to that level and help you kind of uncover that and be free of that before you can move on to the next step. So congratulations to you for recognizing that you have that fear and that feeling. And now we have to kind of identify where it happened and work ourselves back to get yourself unleashed from that, because it's definitely going to be holding you back from what you need to accomplish. Terry, is it okay to drink water with apple cider vinegar? Apple cider vinegar is one of those things that's a personal choice. Is it a necessity? Absolutely not. Is it the secret sauce? Absolutely not. Is it going to be the thing that makes anything easier for you? Absolutely not. If you find that it brings you comfort and joy to include apple cider vinegar, then I'm never going to be the one to tell you not to do it, but it's not something that's necessarily necessary. So that's a personal decision you'll have to make. And if you're not finding the results that you're hoping for, then it would be the first thing that I would say to ditch. Janet, hello girlfriend, haven't seen you for a while. She's another one of our 2017 grads. And then Angie, I can do the IF for as many hours as I decide, but my Diet Coke addiction will not go away. Help. Well, you have to decide whether you're, this is a discomfort thing, right? So what is it about Diet Coke that's bringing you so much comfort that you can't let it go? And what are you fearing about letting it go? Are you fearing that you're going to feel bad? Are you fearing that you're going to have some sort of detox type of feeling? And you have to figure out what your fear is and why you're letting that be more powerful than what your result could be if you actually do let it go. There's no nutritional value in Diet Coke. I am very open about my Diet Coke addiction. I was a person who started my day with Diet Coke, and I ended my day with Diet Coke, and everything in between was associated with Diet Coke. I could feel Diet Coke actually hit my bloodstream, and it was like, I mean, I'm not a drug addict or a recovered drug addict in any way, but it was like a drug for me. Like, I could feel it hit my bloodstream. It would change my mood. It would change my energy level. Like, I was addicted to Diet Coke. But the reality is that was the thing that was keeping me from looking and feeling my best. And there was no benefit to me whatsoever other than the quick fix I got from it. And then I would need the next quick fix. So truly an addiction. And so I had to break it, and I had to go through that discomfort of not having that thing that I felt like I had to get me through the day. So the best way to break an addiction like that is find a suitable substitute that actually serves you. So carbonated water is something that a lot of people are using to break the Diet Coke addiction. And then you'll probably need to supplement with a little bit of caffeine somewhere, like some coffee or tea or something like that, to get through the caffeine edge of that as well. But I know for me, having a carbonated water, even if you have to do flavored carbonated water for a little while to get you over the hump, that would be the better alternative than the Diet Coke. So hopefully that helps you for sure. And if you truly want to kick it, then you have to just make the decision that you're going to kick it. And then you have to stay true to that decision and the promise that you made to yourself. And that's the best and only way I know how to break an addiction like that for sure. Let's see who we have over here on YouTube and Facebook. Keep posting some comments. I'll come back to you before we end our broadcast today. Lisa, I just came across your video. I'm just starting this whole keto IF way of life and have so much to learn. Yeah, there's tons to learn. The best thing to do is experiment and then go with the things that work and ditch the things that don't. Create your own lifestyle. Don't worry about too many other rules that other people are implying. There's 101 different ways to make this lifestyle work for you. There's no true right way and no true wrong way as long as you're getting the results that you're hoping for yourself. So good luck to you, and keep us posted. And if you're interested in joining us for our course, we start on November 2nd. I would love to have you. Devon from May class and taking the midlife mindset shift. The lessons this month are challenging me to increase my success with this lifestyle of fasting plan, hitting home with me for sure. I'm so happy, Devon. And I know that a lot of work that you guys are doing in there are going to really be able to take you to the next level and free you from some of the things that are keeping you stuck. So keep doing your work for sure. Today's lesson we're going to work on and sit on for 2 days. So definitely take your time. Don't rush through it. Melody from September 2019. I've watched all of your talks and on the rebroadcast for the last 3 years, but it's rare for me to catch you live. Well, Melody, I'm so happy that you were able to catch us live. It's great to be able to read your comment out loud while we're here, so thank you for posting. And then Shelly, September grad, midlife, and F3 student. I watched the Game Changers and I'm amazed with all the data. We'll watch again and evaluate for changes. Can't ignore it. No, definitely not. It's a great thing to experiment with for sure and just kind of see how it works for you. So I'm glad that you're open-minded to it and going to consider some of the information they have available. And then Danny, greetings from October 2018. It's my IF birthday. Well, Danny, happy birthday to you. I think it's amazing how people know the exact day that they started intermittent fasting. I'm a little bit envious of that. I wish I was that kind of person that was super sentimental with those kind of things. So I say happy birthday, enjoy it. Create a nice long fasting opportunity to celebrate for sure. And Michael, Danny says hello to you as well. And then Rita, hello, catching you live again. Good to have you with us as well. Cindy in October class, loving the IF lifestyle. CW is here. Brenda from July and August 2019 grad, love watching live. Thanks for taking the time. I love it just as much as you guys do. So thanks for jumping on and making it possible for me to be here. Mary Jane, you have such great help to me in my IIF. I think that might have been a typo, but we'll just go with that one. Lori, June 2019 grad. I'm so glad I learned to use food as nutrition, not a reward, and I love the little Johnny rule. Yeah, for sure. So in our course, we have a whole lesson on how to implement what we call the little Johnny rule. So if you want to learn more about that, you got to get in the class for sure, but it is a very freeing concept. For sure, it's not our responsibility to eat other people's food. Kimberly, if we ultimately figure out what works for our body and what does not, can you please give us an overall explanation of why the course will help? Thank you for all the valuable information you give us. That, Kimberly, I can't decide for you. And if you feel like you're in a happy place and you don't need any more help, then maybe you're not a candidate for the course. It's definitely not for everyone. But a lot of women find comfort in going through the process with other women. They like the informed kind of reasons of why their body is going through certain changes, and so that's where the benefit is, and being in a community is really helpful. But if you're like good on your own, I say maybe you're good on your own and I wouldn't worry about it. CW, how about chewing gum and throat lozenges? I'm doing 24, trying to wean off coffee creamer this week. Anything that you put into your fasting window when you're trying to balance out your hormones and heal your body will break a fast. So I call chewing gum and throat lozenges crutches that will hold you in a state of imbalance. So you have to figure out why those are important to you and why you need them. And then Susan M, 2019 grad, first time catching you live. Susan, I'm so glad you were able to catch us live. And then Catherine, November 2017 grad, so happy to catch you live. Gosh, why is everybody catching us live today? I love it. Wednesdays at 3 p.m., random day. I love you guys are able to catch us. And then Mary Jane, 2019 grad, just thought about breaking my fast, and there you go with so much encouragement. Yeah, for sure. You know, I find that there is so much growth in that state of discomfort. And, you know, there's a lot of, if you follow personal development type of thing or self-help type things, however you want to call it, you know, we always have our biggest breakthroughs right when we're at that height of discomfort, right when we're at that height of questioning what the heck we're doing. And if you can stick it through, generally what happens is you end up soaring right through it and getting to places that you never would have imagined you can get to. And when we get to that point of discomfort and we question it and we doubt it and we resort back to the old ways because we're finding comfort in our own misery, that's when we end up going back down the hill, right? And we want to soar up over it into new heights. So we have to be okay and really understand what discomfort can do with us when we come into a situation fully informed and ready and willing to take on what we need to make a change. Change does not come easy, and that's why not a lot of people are changing. But you have to put yourself in that, you know, small, unique crowd of people who are at that point where they're finally ready to lean in and go all in, and that's where you're really going to benefit for sure. Patty from Oregon, Ohio. When you say fasting long, how long? Well, I teach in the course 20 hours clean fasting. And then after that, we kind of work on where it is you need to stay to reap the results that you're looking for. But most women are finding the best benefits with 20 hours. Kay, loving these sessions from Australia. Fasting and feasting well, plant-based, but I do have a bit of almond milk with my coffee. Is that okay? I don't know if that's okay. Are you happy with the results that you're getting? If you're happy with the results that you're getting, then I would say it's okay. If you're not, that would be the first thing that I would say to let go of. And then Kathleen, catching the end of the live broadcast. Girlfriend, I'm glad you're able to jump on with us. I love it when you can join us for a live broadcast. And then CW, you are right on with insomnia. Yeah, so if you're having insomnia type of issues, that's a hormonal imbalance. And so something that you're doing in the course of your 24-hour day is not working well for you. And I would start questioning some of those things for sure. And then anything that seems like it's keeping you from a clean fast where you can heal, something that feels like it's keeping you in a state of imbalance, I would ditch those things and test it out and then incorporate them back in when you feel like you are in a balanced state, or you can handle the possibility of having a little bit of a backlash on something that was once working for you. And if you create a change, you have to be willing to accept the consequences of something not working for you for sure. So for those of you who are wondering if intermittent fasting is going to be always a discomfort, no, it is not. As long as you change the paradigm in your own mind and create a mindset knowing that at the end of discomfort, if you stick it through and you're doing it for all the right reasons, you should find some comfort. And then I'm the type of person, and I really encourage with a lot of the women who've gone through our community, who are in our graduates courses and are really sticking to this lifestyle, is that as soon as you find comfort in something, go find a new challenge. Go find something else to test out and see if you can just get yourself to that next level that you're striving for. So thank you so much for joining us live today. I'm sorry we started a little bit late, but sometimes that's just how the internet wizards work. Glad you were able to catch us live. For all of you who caught us live for the first time today, I always appreciate you coming in and being part of our live conversation. And for those of you who are joining us on the rebroadcast, I always appreciate you as well. I love that you take the time to spend with us here in this community, and I always appreciate the comments that you leave behind as well. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and say good afternoon for this Wednesday, and I will see you guys on Friday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. For those of you who are currently in our course, I will see you in class tomorrow. Our Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course is finishing out their third week and graduating at the end of the week. And for my Midlife Mindset Shift course, we have some work to do, so I'm going to let you guys sit on today's lesson for a couple of days, and then we'll have a new lesson for you on Friday. See you guys on Friday. Bye-bye.